Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, General Hospital. General Hospital spoilers. Michael's tragedy, Jason's guilt. How will he tell Carly he couldn't save him from the fire? General Hospital spoilers and rumors tease Jason Morgan. Steve Burton will suffer guilt at not being able to save Michael Corinthos, Chad Dell, from being burned. Michael likely will survive, but how will Jason tell Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, he couldn't save her son who he helped raise like his own? General Hospital spoilers. Sonny Corinthos told Jason Morgan about his heart trouble. Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, told Jason about his heart trouble when he asked him to take over Sonny's mob business. Jason had to decline. Jason is Danny Morgan's Asher Antonizon, only surviving parent and running the mob, and taking over the territory from Sonny was simply too dangerous. Jason felt bad about having to turn Sonny down, but Sonny could relate to his reasons for declining. But Jason also told Sonny he would just have to slow down. Little did either of them know as they talked that day what would happen by the end of the week. Jason finds himself making another difficult choice. Who would he be able to save, Michael or Sonny? GA spoilers. A fiery inferno. Sonny and Michael were talking at Sonny's penthouse, where Sonny was advising his son about how to handle his court case against Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, over their children. In the meantime, Jason and Carly were at his office in the coffee warehouse, discussing the situation with Willow and Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and Willow and Michael's separation. Carly told Jason her opinion, and she didn't hold back as she said Willow had lost her mind, no doubt knowing Willow took Wiley Corinthos, Viron Weaver, to D.C. What if Wiley and Scout Quartermain, Cosette Abinant, who was also taken on the trip, walk in on Willow and Drew in bed? At some point, Sonny leaves the penthouse and rejoins Jason, who leaves the warehouse. And when they return to the penthouse, they find a fiery inferno, with Michael trapped inside. General Hospital spoilers. Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan see Michael burn, and Jason Morgan holds Sonny Corinthos back. Jason got there first and started to try to get to Michael, but backed up when a beam fell. In the meantime, he had to protect Sonny. He doesn't want Sonny going into a full-blown heart attack and has to hold him back from rushing in, as they see Michael catch on fire and burn. Jason had an impossible choice: save Michael, but lose Sonny to a heart attack, as Sonny wouldn't stay back. And what about the sprinkler systems? The penthouse is fully involved, and none of Sonny's guards were around when Michael was knocked down by a blast. Who's the target, Michael or Sonny? Was the penthouse sprinkler system sabotaged? Michael's tragedy, Jason's guilt. The events unfolded on an ordinary evening in Port Charles, but as the night deepened, it turned into one of the darkest nights of Jason Morgan's life. What began as routine discussions about family affairs turned into chaos, guilt, and questions that would haunt Jason forever. Tensions rise. Jason Morgan stood in the dimly lit coffee warehouse, the familiar aroma of roasted beans mingling with the weight of Carly Spencer's words. "I can't believe Willow would take Wiley to D.C. without telling Michael," Carly fumed, pacing back and forth. Her blonde hair swayed as her frustration bubbled over. And Drew of all people, playing house like that. She's lost her mind. Jason listened in silence, his piercing blue eyes steady. He understood Carly's protective instincts, especially when it came to her children and grandchildren. "Carly," Jason said finally, his voice low and calm, "Michael's handling it. He's filed for divorce and custody. Diane's on it." "It's not enough," Carly snapped, her voice echoing off the walls. "Michael is too soft. He doesn't see how much this will hurt Wiley." Before Jason could respond, his phone buzzed. A message flashed on the screen. "Sonny's penthouse. Urgent." Jason's stomach dropped. The Inferno. Michael Corinthos had arrived at Sonny's penthouse earlier that evening. The tension between father and son had eased somewhat as Sonny offered his advice about Michael's ongoing custody battle with Willow. "You're doing the right thing, Michael," Sonny said, pouring a glass of whiskey. "Protect your son. You're a good father," and
Michael
Wiley
nodded,
deserves appreciating the rare moment of validation from his father. But before they could delve deeper into their conversation, the atmosphere shifted. A faint smell of gas wafted through the air. "What's that?" Michael asked, his brow furrowing. Before Sonny could answer, an ear-splitting explosion rocked the room. The force threw Michael across the penthouse, flames engulfing the space in seconds. The impossible choice. Jason and Sonny arrived at the scene moments later, the night sky illuminated by the roaring flames. Sonny's guards were nowhere to be found, a troubling sign that pointed to sabotage. "Michael!" Sonny screamed, his voice cracking with panic as he tried to rush inside. "Sonny, stop!" Jason shouted, grabbing Sonny by the arm. "Let me go, Jason. My son is in there." "You can't, Sonny. Your heart." Jason hesitated, knowing Sonny wouldn't want his condition exposed. "You'll make things worse. Let me go." Sonny struggled against Jason's grip, but the younger man's strength held him back. Flames licked at the windows, and through the inferno, Jason spotted Michael, trapped beneath a fallen beam. "Michael," Jason called out, his heart pounding as he assessed the situation. Michael's screams of pain tore through the night, and Jason's instincts screamed at him to act. But as he prepared to move, another explosion rocked the building, and a burning beam collapsed, blocking his path. Aftermath and guilt. Jason carried Sonny to safety, leaving the rescue to the arriving firefighters. Hours later, they emerged with Michael, alive but severely burned. Jason watched as the paramedics worked on Michael, his body covered in bandages. The weight of his decision bore down on him. "Jason," Sonny said, his voice hoarse, "you did what you could." But Jason didn't feel that way. Breaking the news. The next morning, Jason stood in Carly's kitchen, his hands gripping the counter as he prepared to tell her the truth. Carly turned to him, her eyes red from crying. "Michael's alive," Jason began, but he paused, the lump in his throat making it hard to continue. "But what?" Carly demanded, her voice trembling. "He's in critical condition. The burns are severe." "Why didn't you save him, Jason? You've always been there for Michael." Carly's voice broke as tears streamed down her face. Jason felt the sting of her words, though he understood her pain. "I had to protect Sonny. If I let him go in, he wouldn't have made it out." Carly's face crumpled, her hands shaking as she covered her mouth. She knew Jason's choice was impossible, but the pain was too raw to accept it. Searching for answers. As Michael underwent treatment, Sonny and Jason began investigating the cause of the explosion. "It wasn't an accident," Sonny said, his voice cold and determined. "Someone wanted us dead." Jason nodded. The guards were gone. The sprinkler system was sabotaged. This was planned. Together, they delved into their list of enemies, determined to find the culprit. Michael's recovery. Weeks passed, and Michael was transferred to a specialized clinic for burn victims. The sight of his bandaged form was heartbreaking, but his spirit remained strong. "I'll get through this," Michael told his mother, his voice raspy. "For Wiley." Carly smiled through her tears, her hand clutching his. "You're so brave, Michael. We're all here for you." Justice in Port Charles. The investigation led Sonny and Jason to a shocking discovery. Cyrus Renault had orchestrated the attack. Enraged, Sonny vowed to take him down, but Jason urged caution. "We'll do this right," Jason said, "for Michael." Redemption and reflection. Jason visited Michael in the clinic, guilt still gnawing at him. "I'm sorry," Jason said, his voice breaking. "I should have done more." Michael reached out, his bandaged hand trembling. "You saved my dad. That's what matters. Don't blame yourself." A new beginning. As Michael began his recovery journey, Jason found solace in knowing he had done his best. The road ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear. The Corinthos family would face it together, stronger than ever. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.